Right, guys, you know how I feel about clothes that just give. When I say hey Hans, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. If you are new, my name is Racheal. Welcome. Whether it was the title, the thumbnail, whatever made you click, whatever brought you here, I'm hoping you enjoy the content. I've got some gems for you, so you're likely to stick around. Subscribe. I think you're gonna like what we have today. You know the title of the video, you know what we're here for, so let us get into it. I recently did an Asos haul and a Zara haul. Well, let's say a shop with me, because it was more of a shop with me, building my wish list, showing you guys the pieces that are in my wish list that I think for autumn, winter, whether we're talking transitional, for the actual autumn season, for the actual winter season, I think will really serve in your wardrobe. Today we are looking at some of the Asos pieces that I actually picked up. It will be a try on as always. And I think these are pieces that are really gonna stand the test of time. And I say that because these are not trends, these are not necessarily statement pieces, these are pieces that will make you feel good, look good, and actually just give your wardrobe longevity. It adds to your wardrobe. For reference, I'm a UK size 8 on top, 10 on the bottom, about 5'6", 5'7" in height, and I'm a UK shoe size 4, that is a Euro 37. As I mentioned, I've got pieces that I've tried on for you, and there are also some pieces that I didn't keep, but that I did try on, so we will talk about that as well. So let's get into it. Okay, angels, a little bit unorthodox, maybe, but I'm going to start with the pieces that I did not keep. Now, I want to say the caveat to this is there was actually nothing wrong with the majority of these items. This was just me being very intentional about what I'm adding to my wardrobe. We've been here for a minute. If you're new, what happens in this space is we like to make sure that our pieces actually work for us. And as someone who obviously buys pieces, I do be shopping a little bit, but I've definitely got to the stage where I can acknowledge and understand what works for me, what works in my wardrobe. And I think that really translates to what you guys like as well, hence why we're here. But the first item I wanted to talk about is this top. I have the long sleeve version of. I actually wore it to, what's that word I was going to say, on the airport? That's not English. To the airport for my recent flight to Nigeria. That vlog is very much coming for you guys. I have over 6 hours of footage to get through, so yeah. But I wore this and it's so comfortable, so stretchy, it fits well. It's like, it fits to the contours of your body without being restrictive or too tight, anything like that. Like, bearing in mind I wore it on a flight, so it's more than comfortable. However, the green and the purple version that I picked up, nothing wrong with it. It was really just down to, I don't think these colors are going to work for me. Now, green is a color that I've been adoring. I wore a lot of it actually on my recent trip, again, to Nigeria. It's just something about the green, as beautiful as it is, I just had to have a moment with myself and I was kind of like, you know what? I don't think this is a green that's going to serve well in my wardrobe. Gorgeous color. It could just be one of those one-off items I have that I know I can, go to. But if I'm thinking consistently being able to wear it, I actually not so much struggled with what to pair it with, even for the try-on, but it did just make me realize the shade of green just doesn't work for my wardrobe. Very similar to the purple as well. So we had to put them in the bag. Sizing wise, I went for a size small, which is an 8'10", fits perfectly. I would definitely say if you want it snug, size down, but it just wasn't gonna serve my wardrobe the way I needed it to. The next item, this leather shirt, it's one where I'm kind of like, because to find tailored leather in the high street is not the easiest thing to do. This snatched and cinched my waist beautifully. Like, in that sense, it did everything it needed to. It made me feel good. It was nice and soft on the inside, but you've got the faux leather on the outside. It's gonna keep you warm, it's functional, but however, the spacing between the buttons is just not what it needed to be. There was some gaping literally around my torso, and it was one of those things where I've gone beyond the stage of trying to make things work. It was literally a product, I wouldn't say faulty, but it was definitely an issue with the product in the sense of, for me and my body, I would need more buttons for it to sit nice and flush and there's no spacing in between. Should I size up? You're probably thinking I could, but you're really losing the essence of how it brings you in on the waist and just cinches everything. So I was kind of like, okay, we can let her go. It's cute. It's leaning into the peplum trend, which has definitely been coming back. You had almost like these balloon sleeves, not too exaggerated. It cinched you in at the waist. It had some pleating details, no hardware, just simple, effective, did what it needed to do. So it's such a shame that it just didn't sit on my body the way I wanted it to. Could have kept it, because I'm like, will I find something similar? who knows? But I was like, it's okay. I'm okay to let it go. And the other item that I said, oh, Racheal. Now again, because we're all grown here and we like to make sure that our money and our clothes make sense. This top was gorgeous. Jeans and a cute top, it's literally the perfect formula. That top will do the job. However, for me, I just thought, again, if you're new to my channel, even if you watched the last few videos, you will know it's all about practicality. I need my items to work for me. I need to be able to wear it to work, to brunch, date night, etc, etc. And as nice as this top was, I love the colorway, by the way. Like, the combination of the tones was so autumnal, gorgeous. If you're someone who is on the search for a cute top, like a going out top, I think it would really be good. For my wardrobe, I just didn't think it would work hard enough. I will say, if you are bigger in the bust, you will love this top, because if you want to give it a really show, it's perfect because it has this wrap detail at the front, which I think is so flattering for bigger busts anyway. But it's really good because you can pull it together so it kind of covers up a little bit more, or you can kind of spread it and kind of fold the material on itself so that you show the girls a little bit more. I love the asymmetric, well, I won't really say asymmetric, but you have that point detail. I thought that was just so sweet, so cute and different. So silhouette wise, it definitely adds something to the outfit. But again, I just didn't think it would work hard enough in my wardrobe, so I had to say bye-bye. Low key, kind of like 55% go, 45% keep. But I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I feel like you guys in the comment are gonna be like, no, Rachel, you should have kept it. But guess what? I will buy it again. Because we right here are family. And if you look at it and you say, yeah, Rachel, it's worth it, keep it, I might just be obliged to listen. Okay, now moving on to the items that I did keep. These items, I just feel like it's the epitome of buy clothes that make sense for you. You guys have probably noticed capsule wardrobe and all of that stuff. I feel like people really get bogged down about, you know, if you were to get rid of everything, this is the only thing I will keep. As someone who likes clothes and likes building outfits, who likes styling outfits, I feel like the pieces that I've picked up that I want to show you are just items that will stand the test of time. These are timeless pieces, not in the sense of they're classic, as in like the items themselves maybe aren't classic silhouettes and things like that, but timeless pieces that regardless of your age, how your size may fluctuate, how even your style may fluctuate, I think could work for you. So let's get into the first piece. You guys know the vibe already. You'll be seeing the model pictures as well as the try on. This waistcoat right here. Something I love about this waistcoat and the color brown that this particular one is, it's a very dark, deep brown, as you can see. It's a very dark and deep brown. And I love the fact that it leans cool tone, which again, this is where you need to work out what suits you, your complexion, the rest of your wardrobe. For me, this is perfect. I love the fact that you have the concealed buttons. I've left it like this so you can actually see you do have the buttons, which are in this sort of like tortoiseshell style, but when you button it up, you do not see that. And I love the fact that it also has this asymmetric detail, which you can't see, but you see in the try on. It kind of slants a little bit, which again, if you're just thinking waistcoats, tailoring, it's just adding that little bit extra to the item. This is the sort of piece you wear when you want to feel put together, but you haven't had to put much thought into your wardrobe or the item or your outfit, should I say. This as well would be perfect even if you're going to wear it with denim. We know we're in the autumn winter season, so that indigo, deeper, darker denim is definitely going to be where it's at. But I just feel like this is going to work so well. I do have a pair of trousers that go with it, but you don't need to wear it as a co-ord. Tailoring suits are very much in right now. And that's the sort of thing where I'm like, you can't go wrong if you have that in your wardrobe. You don't need to wear a blazer. I think a waistcoat is a happy middle ground if you're just looking for some tailoring, something that's a bit more formal, you know, business suit sort of vibe. But it doesn't have to be a full suit. Of course, it doesn't have to be a blazer. I just think this is such a happy middle ground. Love the stitch detailing. I love the fact that there's not anything else going on apart from the fact that it's just a nice fitted item. And that's where it's at. I picked this up, in a size UK 12. I would say size up. I feel like it runs small. And because it's tailored, you don't want it to be stretching and pulling on itself. So I would say size up, especially if you're in between sizes. For the sake of consistency and showing you how you can build your outfits around some of these items I'm showing you, you have these trousers, which you are not gonna see much of, you know, trying on all of that stuff. These are chocolate trousers, which again are absolutely gorgeous. They as well kind of have an asymmetric detail. So what you'll see is sort of like around the crotch area, it kind of folds on itself a little bit. You have the lovely pleated. I I was going to say detail, pleated, and fold all at the same time. But you have this lovely pleated detail here. You do have the genuine pockets and the belt loops. I just feel like trousers that don't have belt loops should be a crime. I need to be able to accessorize. Even if I never wear a belt with it, I just like to have the option. And I know sometimes you want a really clean finish. There's a time and a place for that. But I feel like for a day-to-day garment, I need belt loops. Anyway, I mentioned I'm about 5'6", 5'7". The length of these are just perfection. I love when my trousers are basically kissing the floor or touching the floor. Like I need length. I need options when it comes to if I'm going to wear with heels, flats, so on and so forth. I think this could easily be dressed up or dressed down. So again, if you're looking for versatility, very much could lean into the whole suit, tailored, you know, very grown vibe. But if you just wanted to wear this with even like a cami and some sandals in the summer, and then maybe with some knitwear and some chunky boots or trainers in the winter, you just have versatility. The looseness of it, I think, is what serves me well. I just love the way it fits on my waist, but then it's just very flowy. And it's almost like a nice alternative to like a palazzo trouser, but for winter. So yeah, that was the next piece. You cannot be watching my videos and tell me that you haven't realized that suede is trending. You couldn't be here. We know the knowledge and the language we speak here. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know that suede was trending. And genuine suede costs a pretty penny. This bag that I want to show you, because we are mixing accessories into it, this bag, let's be guided, let's be for real. I can't believe I was actually going to pick the brown over this one. Well, I do know why, because brown is brown. Like, it's such a beautiful, rich neutral, especially if you go for like a chocolatey shade in suede. I just think it's beautiful. However, I just thought this would be so complementary to brown anyway. You can see it with denim. You can imagine it with cream, even with red, gray. This shade of like khaki is so gorgeous. Now, in that same breath, we're talking suede. Slouchy bags are very much in. You can't really tell what's going on with her because she's empty. But you have this really simple fastening here. And I know, my Huns, we usually talk here about, you know, safety and things like that. The really good thing about this is, even though there are no compartments and you literally just have like this clip fastening here, because of how it sits underneath your arm, you will know, I mean, God forbid anyway, you would know if someone's trying to get their hand in your bag. I'm just going to say that. The other thing I really love about this bag, they have considered the fact that it's faux suede. This is faux suede, if I haven't said already. And they've actually put like this faux leather situation here so that you're not messing with the material. On the inside, you have almost like this faux leather texture, so you don't need to worry about keeping the inside pristine. I actually love the fact that it's almost like a contrast of color because it is a different material on the inside. But I just have to say, this bag is gorgeous. It can carry my laptop. It's got size. It's not heavy. You can fit a lot in there, whether it's going to be casual day-to-day sort of like shopping, or, you know, just like your bits and bobs, or it could definitely double as a work bag for sure. Love the fact that there's no hardware. You probably couldn't actually add any bag charms, I just realized. But I just think in its simplicity, you just need to leave it as it is anyway. You don't need to have bag charms on all your bags. And that's as someone who has bag charms on a lot of her bags. So it's no shade, for real. But yeah, this bag, this shade, the texture. In autumn, winter honeys, we need to work with texture. Yeah. At this point, I said it's an Asos haul, but it might as well be a brown haul because ciao. But next in line, because I really saw that Asos are giving us all the gems. This piece right here, I just thought was gorgeous. Plaid, sort of like check prints, are very much in this season, and this is such a beautiful cross between some of the trends that we're seeing. Now, I'm conscious that I keep talking about trends. That's not what this video is about, but equally, it's like, you guys probably know what you're seeing a lot of, and so it should be no surprise that they have a combination like this. The thing I love most about this top is it has an ample amount of stretch in a way that doesn't take away from the way the top actually fits. It has this sort of higher neckline. It's not super high, but it's a higher neckline, if anything. You have the button detail to get in and out of it, which is also super helpful. And you also have the zip on the side, which to me, as soon as I unpacked it and I saw that it has the zip, I said, oh, you are about to cinch me in. The other thing I really love about this top is you have that shade of blue just running through it. And I don't know why, but I just feel like it adds to the versatility of what you could combine this top with. Something about the blue, it makes it just super easy, obviously, to wear it with denim. That's the first thing that came to my mind. But it's just that pop of color that kind of breaks up if you're wearing an all neutral outfit without doing too much. As I mentioned, you have the zip on the side. It kind of cinches in at the waist a little bit, and then you have a bit of an asymmetric detail around the hem down there. I just thought this was gorgeous. It did come with a matching skirt, but again, we have to be guided. Let's use some discernment. I knew I was not going to wear that skirt enough. It's a gorgeous outfit, but I knew I was not going to wear that skirt enough, so I let it go. This is like the perfect for me example of a top that will just work in different ways, whether it's jeans, trousers, a satin skirt. We know the fuller skirts are very much in, and because this is nice and fitted, I just think it would give a nice balance. It's sort of like the weighting of your outfit altogether. You're not going to get rid of this anytime soon if you have it. And that's what it's all about. That's what we're talking about. I feel like if I did a pop quiz of preferences and what are some of the things that Racheal loves and all of that stuff, if you guys did not say a cardigan, you can't tell me you've been here for long. And even then, I'm just like, no, you guys, you know how I feel about a cardigan. This one in particular, at first I was like, nah, okay, you know, it's whatever. But what I really love is this simple detail here. And the reason I love it is because if you have watched any of my videos where I'm talking about styling cardigans and just how they can be changed up a little bit really easily, it's just little styling tips about, you know, unbuttoning different sections of the item you might be wearing, tucking things in, all of those sort of things. The reason I love this is because it kind of does what I would have done anyway. It's quite a long line cardigan, but because the buttons stop and then you have this extra material here that kind of sits across your waist and hips, it's so lovely. Kind of like that blue Mars sort of situation going on. It has a slightly higher neck as well. But again, you've got the button there so you can have it nice and open to kind of match how the bottom goes. I just thought it made sense style-wise. And very, very comfortable, very soft as well. And I really like the thought of maybe wearing this with like creams, because it kind of leans into that sort of like baby blue. I was going to say periwinkle, but I think it lacks a bit of that purple undertone. Because it has that sort of like baby blue vibe, I thought it could be really cute with cream and then tan accessories. Something about this gives me Christmas. I don't know why. When I said cream, I was like, ooh, that could be a cute Christmas fit. But yeah, really, really love this. They did have it in different colors as well, but I just knew, again, something that I would get more wear out of would be this blue shade. The shade of this bag, as in the color of this bag. First of all, I feel like I need a lipstick in this shade. It's like the perfect sort of almost like blue red. But yeah, this bag color I just think is sensational. Like, what a perfect way to add color to your wardrobe in this season. It's just, and then you've got the woven sort of, you know, Bottega vibe a little bit, but it's a beautiful size as well. I just love big bags. I don't need super oversized, but I need functional, I need practical. Can I fit my stuff in there? Compartment wise, do you know what? Did I even check compartments? It does have a zip, so I feel like that's already a win. And it does have like 2 little pockets and then a zip compartment on the inside. This, and it's got like gold hardware, but it's really simple because it's just the zip. You don't even see too much. You have the woven detail go all the round on the handle. I cannot wait to use this. I cannot wait to use this. Probably only minus points I would give it is the fact that it doesn't have feet at the bottom. But apart from that, what a gorgeous bag. Like, what a gorgeous bag. No, I'm low-key leaving the best till last. Okay, let me just show you something else before I show you that. When I'm shopping on Asos, I feel like there are certain things that catch my attention, and this jumper was definitely one of them. Adore these items that Topshop keeps bringing. Topshop, I already know, like, they're always going to give me something, but I picked up this jumper in a size small. Have I been telling you sizes? Goodness gracious, I don't think I have. Check the description box, honeys. All the details will be there. But I picked this jumper in a size small. I would definitely say size down, if anything. And it's this asymmetric sort of wrap style, off-shoulder knitted jumper. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm just going to let the try-on and everything do the talking. But again, there's nothing more to say about it apart from the fact that it's obviously knitwear. It has a great thickness to it, not too chunky, but it's going to keep you nice and warm. It's not itchy. And I say that as someone who, I'm not necessarily sensitive to materials like that, apart from mohair. Me and mohair, we've got beef. But anyway, It's not super itchy, but I just think it's a really lovely piece. Maybe what could be considered an autumn winter basic and how to elevate it. I feel like this jumper is the perfect example. Styling wise, I kind of would just fold it in on itself a little bit, and it actually stays quite nicely. For something that's knitwear, it has a really great structure to it where it kind of holds its shape. Size small, gorgeous piece. Shout out to Topshop always. They just have gorgeous pieces. I'm gonna show you half of the set. I think the other half is at my boyfriend's. I don't know where it is, child, but I know I wore it, so I'm gonna assume that maybe it's there. Either way, top the bottom's in a size medium, and I think the top in a size small because it's an oversized top. And it's just this navy blue, which I think is such a color that it's one of those colors that's overlooked in my opinion, but I think more people are kind of like waking up to it. Navy blue set, which again would be gorgeous with red, tan, something to just like brighten up and add a bit of warmth. But I have been loving the idea of having really elevated casual co-ords. Items that will make me feel cozy, those feel good sort of items that still look really good. And I think that set is one of them. I love the fact that, again, the trousers are nice and long. I've got freedom there again. I'm not gonna wear it with heels because it is that sort of like elevated, you know, I made a little bit of effort, casual look. But I just really like the fact that it's nice and long, and the top, the way it just sits, everything. Yeah, again, if I had to give it a negative, it would be the fact that it doesn't have pockets, which could take away from maybe the sort of shape and integrity of the trousers. But I think it could have been okay because they are loungewear, that jersey sort of material, or cotton, I guess, in this sense. But yeah, that's probably the only negative. But I've really, really, really been enjoying those sort of co-ords that I know when I put on, I'm gonna feel good, but still feel really cozy and just comfy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I say that, and then complete contrast. This right here, this suit set right here, this blazer and these trousers right here, you're not gonna see a lot. So do you know what? Let's keep her to the side. First of all, color divine. We're looking at that sort of like olive, gray, khaki sort of version. It's really interesting how people categorize colors or name colors, because if you look across different brands, it varies, but it definitely is green, but it's that deeper khaki sort of almost like gray vibe. I picked up the blazer and immediately the day after it arrived, I wore it, which for me is always such a telltale sign when I'm so eager to wear something that I can't help it. I love the fact that it had no lapels. It had sort of like a higher break point, so where it sits on the neckline as a blazer is just gorgeous. Little to no hardware, very similar to the waistcoat in the sense of when you button it up, you can't see anything, so you just see very seamless, very clean. I loved the blazer so much that I was thinking, hold on, when I picked it up, I'm so sure it had trousers that came with it. And baby, they did. The trousers add an element to this suit that I honestly couldn't even, like, guys, you know how I feel about clothes that just give. When I say, if you want something that's gonna give you power suit, you want something that's gonna give you energy, you want something that's gonna be like, oh, she did not come to play. You want something that's going to make you feel like an absolute boss like you are, this suit is that and then some. Now, I will say, for my petite honeys, you would definitely need to get the trousers tailored. I am this close to going to get them tailored because even for me, would say they are very, very long, to the point where a heel, as you can see in the try on, just about works for it. A low heel at that, but still, it's definitely long. But my goodness, guys, I could not tell you how good I felt when I put this together. The blazer already did what it needed to do by itself. The trousers will definitely do what they need to do by themselves. You guys know I love a wide leg. I love like a loose, billowy trouser. But together, the cinch of the waist and then the billowiness of the trousers, honeys, if you have an event, you have an occasion, you have a situation where a suit would fit the vibe, but you want something that will give, this is your girl. For some reason, I can't see the sizing on the garments, but check the description box. I'll put the sizes that I picked up there. But honestly, guys, if there's anything I would say do not sleep on, it would be this set. Just wow. And then last but not least, I was giggling before because someone was saying on my previous video that they know me and cow print. I feel like I've said before on my channel, everyone has a print that works for them. Absolutely everyone has a print that works for them. You will have a print that works for you. I love a leopard print, do not get me wrong. I'm talking animal prints, of course. I love a leopard print, but cow print, for me, will always be that girl. I saw this bag and lo and behold, I was just like, listen, this is one that I will not pass up. And here she is. Let's even just scoot back, just a little bit. Guys, I cannot tell you how much I adore this bag. Now listen, I know the girlies have the Birkins, they have the Fendis, they have the LVs, they have the Louis, etc, etc, etc. This bag is so gorgeous to me in a sense of, first of all, it's genuine leather and you have the, I can't remember if I said it's pony hair, I can't remember what I said, but again, I will obviously leave all the details for you guys. The only thing similar to the other bags that I mentioned, especially for the price point of this bag, I'm gonna need some feet. Because of the double texture, essentially, you have some, you know, taking care of to do. You're gonna need to look after her, but my goodness. As you can also see, it is a good size. I've already said I love a big bag. This, I actually anticipate being my new work bag. I know, who does she think she is? But the initial bag that I wanted to get was from Massimo Dutti, and that bag was $9.99 GBP. That bag was spenny, and they are doing certain variations of it, but long story short, when I saw this, it's a fraction of the price, and I just said, this does everything I think I want it to do and more. It is nice and spacious, and can I just say, if you haven't clocked it already, you see that sort of like saddle sort of situation, that dip right there, everything adds to it. Honeys, we have to get into the details. Due to the shape and structure of this bag, this would work well with a bag insert. It'll be absolutely fine. I adore this bag. She is me, I am her, we are one. And I honestly am so happy I snatched it up. And to be honest, I don't think the girlies have clocked it. But yeah, the dark brown leather, I love the fact that it's not black. I don't have to say too much. This literally puts a smile on my face. So there's that. Okay, my huns, that is it. The end of the haul that makes me smile so much. I've always said Asos is such a lit place to shop because you just have variation, you have options. And I love the fact that it's just easy. It's an easy place to shop. I cannot believe I was sleeping on Asos for as long as I was. Granted, there are probably so many brands on there that I have not looked into, but we will get into that sooner or later. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with the pieces I picked up. I'm hoping you can kind of see what I mean when I say these aren't necessarily trend pieces. They may be trending, maybe due to color and things like that, but brown is not a color that's ever going to disappear or become so wildly unpopular that people don't want to wear it anymore. So I just feel like you are hedging your bets in the best way possible, picking items such as these. They do not have to be the exact, you know the vibe here, but picking items like this that will work for you. If you're a more colorful babe, lean into that. If you're a more neutral babe, lean into that. But I'm just really happy with the pieces that I've picked up. I just feel like they do everything they need to do. I'm excited to wear them. And yeah, just perfect additions to my wardrobe. If you have made it to the end of the video, leave an animal emoji. I was gonna say cow, but I think we've done cow. Low-key, as I said, trying to work through the whole emoji options. But if you've made it to the end of the video, leave an animal emoji in the comment section below. Till the next one, my darlings, we go again Sunday, 7 p.m. If you're not following me on Insta, do so. It's Racheal__. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me across all the socials. All of that good stuff. We go again Sunday, 7 p.m. I will hope to catch you guys there. I thought I was out of focus there for a second. But till the next one, stay well, stay blessed. Good vibes only. And I will see you guys oh so soon. Love you.